Hello, guys, welcome back to another chilling episode of our horror series. Today, I have a story that still gives me goosebumps. Whenever I talk about it, this isn't just some creepy past or made up tale. This is a real story from the United States, one that happened in the heart of New York City. And trust me, once you hear it, you will never look at your neighbors the same way again. So turn off the lights, put on your headphones, and let's step into the nightmare. Okay? It was 2012 winter in Manhattan. A young woman named Erica Miles had just moved into a new apartment building. She was a nurse, often working late night shifts, and this new place was perfect, small, affordable, and close to her hospital. Her apartment was 6A. Right next to her was apartment 6B. From the very first night, Erica noticed something strange. The walls were thin and the late at night, usually between 2 and 3 a.m., she would hear a faint sound coming from the other side. It wasn't music or TV, it was whispering. At first, she thought it was just a couple talking, but the whispers were odd. They were too slow, like someone was scratching each word. And sometimes it wasn't even English. It was a language she couldn't recognize. One night, curiously, got the better of her. She pressed her ear against the wall. She heard a voice, a deep male voice, repeating something over and over. And suddenly, a woman's voice screamed. Erica jumped back. Her heart was racing. But after a few seconds, silence. She wanted to knock on the neighbor's door the next day, but she was new here. Maybe it was just a fight. Maybe it wasn't her business, so she kept quiet. The whispers continued every night. But now, there was something else, a small. It started faint, like a damp basement. But each day, it grew stronger until it was almost unbearable. Rotten, metallic, like rust and decay. Erica complained to the landlord. He brushed it off, saying maybe a rat died in the wall. He promised to check, but days went by and nothing changed. Then came the night that would haunt her forever. She had just came back from a 14-hour shift. It was 1:45 a.m. and when she unlocked her door, the hallway was dark except from one flickering light over apartment 6B. She glanced at the door and froze. It was slightly open. From inside, she could hear the whispers again. This time, they were louder, more frantic, and they were not alone. She could hear multiple voices chanting something in unison. And then the smell hit her. And then the smell hit her so strong it made her gag. Her instincts screamed at her to run into her apartment and lock the door. But some morbid, curiosity, kept her feet frozen. Suddenly, the chanting stopped, and in the silence, she heard it. Footsteps, slow, heavy footsteps, moving towards the door. Erica panicked, darted into her apartment, and slammed the door shut. She didn't even turn on the lights. She just locked every bolt and stood there, holding her breath. Though the crack under the door, she saw shadow moving in the hallway. At least 3 people. They stopped right in front of her apartment. She could feel them standing there waiting, and then a soft knock 3 times. Erica didn't answer. She didn't even move. After a few seconds, the knocking stopped, and she heard them walking away. When she finally dared to peek through the peephole, the hallway was empty, but the door to apartment 6B was now completely closed. The next morning, she couldn't talk it anymore. She went to the building manager and demanded to know who lived in 6B. He looked confused. Nobody, he said. That apartment has been vacant for over 6 months. Erica's stomach dropped. She told him what she had heard, what she would see, the smell. The manager frowned and said, "That smell, that's exactly why it's vacant." The last tent, a young woman was found dead there. She would been missing for weeks before everyone noticed. They never figured out who did it. Erica moved out within the week, but someone late at night, she still dreamed of that soft knock. And in her dreams, she never get too close to the door in the time. And that's it for today, guys, and I want you to like, share, comment, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's a very great thing, and I will meet you in the next horror story. If you want a very great story, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye bye.